welcome. This is today the official launch day. I'm so excited. We got so much going on. This is an actual day that I've been waiting for a few months now. So we're going to get started. We're going to get to talking and chatting. We're going to talk all things going live. Going live. Going live. Thank you so much for being here. So this is the official launch day. We are celebrating. Okay, celebrating, friends. That's what this is all about. So, we're going to talk about launch your income agency. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how I can best support you if you are looking to go live and monetize. And then we're going to give you real time tips and strategies to be successful. So, that's what we are doing today. You guys know I'm sick of my system. That's why I'm looking over here. But I am here to support, support, support. I am loving all of this. Yesterday was busy. Don't get me wrong. Yesterday was busy. I'm already a little bit off my timeline because I needed to post content. So your girl's got to post content today to make sure I get things up and running. So I got to post the content. I need to post that we are on our launch. We are here. We are launching. Hello, friend. How are you? Thank you for joining. Dejan, is that it? Thank you so much for being here, Dewan. Maybe Dewan, Rafa. I don't know if I said that correctly, but let me know. Thank you for joining, friends. Thank you for saying hello. If you are here, say hello. Good morning. Yes, Michelle, how are you, friend? So you see the excitement because today is official launch day. Your girl is like blurry eyed, but I am here, and I have to say, like I said earlier, I've been waiting for this for a couple months now. So to know it's here, and now we are running and moving, and so already. Um, the beauty of what's happening, I'm able to have like immediate impact because the platform allows for me to see who's live from my team of folks, and I can come in and jump in really quickly and into the live and give feedback. So I've done it once already, so I'm excited. um but yes, I need to post content. So I was giving feedback and I was like, I'm supposed to be doing my video right now, and I did not do it. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to do it after this live. So I had to post the content. I was supposed to post my like excitement. We're live. We're doing it. Maybe I'll do it from my live. I have to, once I start my live on TikTok, maybe I'll use that as my clip and use that to talk about everything that's happening when it comes to launch your income agency. Hello, friend. You said breathe. Like I said, it's an exciting day. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, thank you for from checking in from Indonesia. Thank you so much, friend. Yes, so good morning, everyone who's coming in. I appreciate you all. Come on in. This is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. We are talking all things going live. We are talking about how to go live, and ultimately, how are you monetizing your expertise? How are you doing it consistently? How are you showing up? How are you doing with confidence? And so the agency is built on making sure I support you and how you can go live and go live with ease and confidence. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. If you are here, please make sure you like, comment in the chat. Go ahead and comment that you're here. Good morning, hello. And then if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscriber button. That's what we're trying to do too. We want to increase our subscribers here. I'm close to 500 subscribers. So let's see if we can get that number to 500 today. We'll see if we can do it. But I appreciate you all being here. My moderator is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is monitoring the chat. So you definitely want to connect with her though, because she can help you with your YouTube channel, how to optimize, how to make sure you are thinking very intentionally about your brand. And let's do some housekeeping because you can see Michelle is monitoring the chat. Okay, let's do some housekeeping. So for this channel, for this live stream, we ask that you're at least 18 years and older because we're talking about monetization. We want to make sure you can actually be able to monetize because of your age. And then also, this is a professional space. And so we are talking all things going live to focus on your brand identity, how you're talking to your target audience, your right audience, as well as how you are monetizing your expertise. So again, let's keep the comments professional. So I know so TikTok is different in terms of the platform than YouTube. I mean, people come from all over the world in both platforms, but here you kind of can operate in like this way of come into a chat and you just kind of say whatever's on your mind. But I just want to make sure we are helping each other, we're growing, you're listening, and then your questions are relevant to how you can ideally go live and monetize. So today's what's happening is that today is August 1st. I have officially launched Launch Your Income Agency on TikTok because I'm part of TikTok's Live Creator Network program. So I am so excited. So that's what I'm going to be talking about quite a bit. So if you are interested in joining, I'm going to talk about the requirements to join. But if you are interested in joining, this is your time. Go ahead, connect with me on TikTok. That's what I always co-stream, so I'm about to do it in a second. This becomes a playlist that people can go back and listen to and engage if you want to go into my description and click my links to get access and join. So all that stuff is there. But I'm essentially telling you everything you need to know to be a part of this awesome opportunity, specifically if you're looking to go live and monetize and show up and make sure you're growing, connecting with your audience, building a community, and flourishing. So that's what we want. That's what I'm doing, and already we are on and running. So I had a soft launch yesterday, and the soft launch resulted in 14 people joining. I had 17 applications. 3 weren't eligible, but 14 people have joined, and so I'm really excited for that. And then also today is the official launch. So I will be using this space as a recruiting opportunity to kind of get more people, talk about different tips and strategies as well. So I won't end giving value and helping people. You say, wow. Yeah, I was pushing for 10. I mean, that was for me, it was ideal to have at least 10 that I can have with the agency so that I can yesterday's soft launch was for me to troubleshoot. You say you are magnetizing. Thank you so much. It was for me to troubleshoot kind of the platform and kind of get a sense of what to expect. Because you're reading all these boot camp materials and saying here, listening to all the things that they're telling you, and you're like, well, what does that actually look like? And so the soft launch was actually perfect because I was able to I stayed up late yesterday and just changed some of my process. My workflow was some I needed to do some tweaking, so I did it. It's good. Hello, friend. How are you? And so, and I'll still do some process improvements. But for the most part, I was like, okay, I'm in a good space. Now today I need to I'm supposed to be doing my launch video. I gotta do my launch video. So we'll see how that looks. So I can get out that content today. I was supposed to do it this morning, but I actually took advantage of somebody who was part of the agency that was going live and in real time jumping into that live, giving feedback and stuff like that. So that's what the agency will do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to try to give you some feedback. We'll try to do some one-on-ones. So all that is part of it, just making sure I'm offering real-time support and guidance. And then holistically as an agency offering tips and strategies too. So we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do it. So let me go over here to TikTok. Let me go over there and get to chatting, and then we are going to get to connecting with folks. We're gonna talk all things going live, going live, going live. Let's see. And then I need to make sure my link is in there. And then TikTok had me glitching a lot yesterday. I don't know. We're going to see how this goes today. I didn't like the glitching, but I know that it is what it is. So we are going to get to going. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Hello, YouTube as well. How are you doing, friends? We are talking all things going live. Come on in. We are here. We are excited. Today is our launch day. So we're going to get to connecting. I'm going to share out my live Yes, the glitching was tough. I know that was not ideal. Hopefully, it doesn't do that today. Come on in, friends. We're gonna get to talking and chatting. I want to make sure we are going live. I should have changed my effects. Let's see. Let's change the effects. We're gonna do this real quick. Let's see. We're gonna do a little bit of fireworks. We'll do the popping again. Let's see. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. There we go. We're gonna do a little bit of fireworks to see. Hopefully, it doesn't glitch on us too bad. I don't know if it wants to do the. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. We are fireworking it, friends. Come on in. Come on in. How you doing? Thank you so much. Appreciate that daily heart me. Come on in. How you doing, Sarah? Good morning, Sarah. So, Sarah, we're gonna chat. What time do you go live? Because you know what? When you sent that message, I couldn't jump on your live because I was actually about to take my son to daycare. And so, is that your normal time when you go live? Are you in the? For me, I'm on the East Coast. I think that was 8 o'clock in the morning. You were live during the 8 o'clock hour, maybe even the 7 o'clock hour. I think I jumped on around 7:30 ish, and I don't know if you went live then. When I sent that message, you had gone live like right after that, so it might have been the 8 o'clock hour, and I was literally in transition to taking my son. Good morning, friends. Appreciate you. Come on in. We're gonna get to chatting. This is that's loud. This is launch day. This is launch day. Let's put some more effects. I gotta get going, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me see. I'm gonna say launch day. Yes. Let's see if TikTok lets me put it there. I think I can. Launch day. Happy launch day. That's what this is. This is launch day. Come on in. Happy launch day. You know what? Let's do that. Let's change the sticker to happy launch day. We're gonna change the sticker. Let's see if TikTok lets me change it to that. Sometimes they act a little funny. Happy launch day. There we go. Let's see if TikTok gonna let me do it. Okay, I think I'm gonna be. I just deleted it by accident. Okay, look, you said what is launch day? Wait a minute, let me put my sticker up. I love that. You said, what is launch day and why are we celebrating? Oh gosh, that was funny. Okay, let me put it up here first. Okay, now I gotta put my sticker. I want to answer questions. Okay, happy launch day. There we go. You said I'm so excited. You guys are funny. I love it. I love it. Okay. Tori, okay, Tori, here's what launch day is. Launch day. I am official. Today is August 1st. We are officially launched. I have officially started my TikTok Live Creator Network agency. I'm part of TikTok Approves Me to be an agency to support live hosts. So I'm part of the Creator Network program. And with that program, the name of my agency is Launch Your Income. So happy launch day. And so we are here. I'm here to support creators. You said that's huge. It is huge. It is a big deal. And so I'm here to support creators that are looking to level up their live stream and they want to be successful. They want to make additional income. They want to go live with confidence. They want to go live to build and grow their community and then obviously monetize. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about all the things that the agency offers and then obviously some things you want to make sure you're available to participate. It is free to be a part of this. So I'm going to explain the whole concept behind it. It is 100% free to you to be part of the Creator Network. Now, obviously, TikTok, they see the benefit. They see people going live. They see people building community. They see people growing. And ultimately, they want to scale that. And so they use agencies to kind of keep people motivated, keep them coming back, keep them going live, keep them growing and monetizing. So that's what I'm supposed to do. And that's what I will be doing. And so so it's a big deal. I'm excited. I am excited to be at this place. Didn't I didn't start off thinking this is what I was gonna do. So that's not, it's is actually very surprising, even for me to even think about. Like, I've gotten to this level, to this point, and this is what I'm doing. So it's been a good day. It's been a great day. So we are here. We are on launch day. Hello, Coach Jesse. All my friends coming in, let me know. We're gonna talk about, how you doing, Principal Martin. We're gonna talk about happy launch day. He said, I'm listening to. So Sarah, that's what I was asking you earlier. So here's the beauty of the system, and I so appreciate. So yesterday, just so, and I'll recap. I'm going to re-talk about everything again because I know more people are coming in. Let's tap. Let's share the live out. Let's get some more of our friends in the room. If you hold down my nose or my glasses, you could share the live out. That's called, people call that a power share, so that you can get more friends into the room. So we'll share it out. We'll let people know we are here. We are doing this. Um, and so in this process, thank you so much for the shares. And so in this process, what I'm doing is making sure that I understand the system. So we had a soft launch yesterday. That soft launch was so needed. You guys don't understand the behind the scenes. Like, when I say during the 10 o'clock, I was like, I don't see the applications. Well, you read your. I was in boot camps and trainings all week long, and to see it in action, that was what I needed to see. So I was like, 10 o'clock, I couldn't see your applications. Well, I was looking at the wrong screen. I had to change the view, so I had to change it to another view setting. So that again was learning. Um, Later, just seeing some of the I had a total of 17 people submit applications, and 14 went forward. So really helpful to see some of the different reasons why applications won't go through, or why TikTok doesn't approve them. Still trying to discern a little bit. It seems a little confusing because I'm not, I'm an analytical brain. So when I look at things, I'm like, okay, what's the logic? How did that happen? What's going on? And sometimes I'm still trying to see, maybe I need to look at some more applications and see if there's a common denominator in terms of what's happening. But overall, it was great to see that. Thank you so much. You said that's awesome. That's awesome. And then 17, woohoo, yes, 17 went through. 17 applied, and then 14 went forward. So I'm just so excited because we are here. Can you check my original account today? Let me see. Cause okay, and so that's what I need to. You would need to log in under your original account, kind of like what you did yesterday. So to make it an easier workflow for me to check. Um, so that's what I would tell you to do. Yeah, if you could send in the request. You said I can't. Okay. So let me think about it. Let me play that out because I don't think it's an easy workflow for me just to go in the system and check. Um, I'll try, because when I tried for somebody else, it didn't work. So it might be that I was in the wrong screen when I tried, so I need to just check. But it's easier if you applied, and then I can easily see you in the queue and then check that way. So when I tried for somebody else, it did not let me do it. So I'm going to see if I was going to be on the wrong screen. I'm going to check and see if there's something else I could have been doing differently. You can't get in there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to check. So we'll see. I have not had a chance to apply yet. Yesterday I was driving, so what do I need to do? Look at you. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Good morning, Coach Jesse, Miss Treetop, Dr. Lisa, chat. Yes, thank God it's Friday. It is launch day Friday. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, Dr. Trish, what you're gonna do is click the link. I think it's over here on the left corner. That's what they share. And for me, it's in the middle of my screen. But for you all, I think it's over here in the left corner. Click that link. It's a link. If you click it, you just hit apply, and you'll end up in my queue, so I can go check. So my friends who are here, if you are new to the live, come on in. We're gonna get to talking and chatting, and I'm gonna share information about the agency. Like I said, today is launch day, and so the beauty of the system, and so I need to get a rhythm in terms of when you guys go live, when I have downtime. So here's what happened this morning. I'll just tell you guys in real time. I gotta go, but I'll check back later. Okay, sounds good. Sarah's probably a good example. Sarah and I, she sent a message. We were chatting a little bit, and then Luna, I think, sent her post, and I got a chance to respond to that. I saw where Sarah circle was red. She was live, but I couldn't join her live because I had to take my son to daycare. So when I came back, she was done. Although, and then I checked into my system and I saw where Flourish was live. So I was like, let me go to her live. So I ended up sitting in her live and giving her some feedback and stuff and taking notes and stuff. That's what I'm going to end up doing quite a bit. So if I see you going live, I'm going to check in. So I'm just going to say that out loud. You guys will see me popping in. Now, I'm going to try to do it as frequently as possible. Yeah, obviously rotating to different people, but as frequently as possible when I see you in the moment. So I'm gonna try my best to jump in and check you, check on you, and see how I can support. And so with Flourish, it was actually helpful because I was able to go to her live, see how things were operating. It'll be interesting to talk to her afterwards just to see if there's some clearly there's some levers she can move, she can pull to optimize her live. Um, but she was awesome. She was awesome. And I would like to see ways that you can kind of pull some levers to be successful. So I sent her some notes. So that's what you're going to get. You're going to get some of that from me. We'll do group stuff Sunday. Mark your calendars for Sunday. I need to nail the exact time. I think I'm going to say 7 p.m. Eastern, but I'll probably put a poll in WhatsApp just so that we can get a sense of, is it 6:30, is it 7? I want to be able to have, hopefully I'm not overlapping people's live time. So I know that's going to happen for sometimes, but if I can get the majority, that would be great. We're going to be have those going to be recorded, so you guys will have access to that too. So those are the things that I just want to kind of share really quickly verbally since I'm here. I'm going to go over, obviously I'm going to use this live to go over launch your income agency and talk about all things with this launch. Thank you, Michelle. I saw your message. And so talk about all things with the agency, but um, making sure that I'm also supporting you guys in real time because I want us to get to moving. That's the thing about it. This is not, and that's what I'm gonna reiterate this in terms of my whole spiel about the agency. But that's the whole point. I want you all to recognize that at the end of the day, this is not. I don't want you to be passive about it. Like if you're thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna go live on occasion, then maybe you don't need an agency. That's what I would say. So if you're gonna do this, then I want you to be in it, and then obviously I'm gonna be in it because that's the whole point. I'm supposed to support you. So I want to make sure that I'm in it and you're getting as much real time, actionable tips and strategies to make sure you're growing and you're successful. All right, friends, let's do this. Let's make sure we are tapping a live. I'm going to get to chatting in a second. Let me add my live to my story so we can have it there. I'm going to add it to my story. If you guys want to share the live out, that's helpful. You can add it to the story as well. We're going to talk, we'll save that for Sunday. I have a list of things I want to make sure I say to you all. So, but yes, so come on in. If you are here, come on into the live. I appreciate you all. Make sure you are tapping and sharing the live. Let me add my other account to get in. We're going to get to talking. And I will, if you end up joining, let me see, code Doc, if you just click the link, I will even let you know in real time if there's any questions about your application too. So we could do that as well. So I can help people in real time. Thank you so much, friends, for being here. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much for coming into the live. Mrs. Phil Supreme, are you still in the room? Let me know if you're still in the room. How you doing, Coach Rhonda? How is everybody doing? Thank you so much, friends, for coming in. We're going to talk and chat. Let me know if you have questions, too. I'm going to talk really, obviously, about the live journey. If you're, and talk about the process, too, to apply, and just a few things that you need to know. So, yesterday was actually, obviously, launch day. A soft launch day. So again, I was sharing earlier. Thank you, Mr. Treetop, for the daily heart me. So it was a soft launch day. We had a total of 17 people apply. 14 people were able to be added to the agency. So two of those people, I say 14, two of those people have to do what's called a test live. So TikTok has that in there to make sure that you have live, you actually can go live, you have live access. Let me send this. TikTok gave us the donuts, which is awesome. Not the daily heart me. Thank you so much. Look at your friend. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we're going to talk about the process because those tests lives are important because again, I want to manage expectations. This is an agency for people who are new to this but committed. I mean, that's the difference. You could be new, you can never have gone really live before. You gotta have live access. But if you are saying this is gonna be the new me that's showing up, I'm confident. I'm trying to do something radically different. Then this is the agency for you because I'm gonna walk you through the process. I'm gonna make sure you feel obviously confident to continue to keep doing it. Okay, with the tips and strategies. But the thing is, you gotta show up. You just gotta do it scared. Where my subs in the room? We need that do it scared mentality. And then obviously the consistency matters. That's the whole point. Because if you're like, oh, I'm gonna do things passively, I don't want to do it. Thank you guys. We got those donuts that quick. Awesome. And so if you're gonna do it passively, and you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not ready. Then wait. You don't have to do an agency. Wait. That's it. Just wait. So it's totally fine to say it's not my time yet. Okay. Um, Ideally though, if you're like, okay, you know what, let me show up in a different way, let me be radically different, then this might be your time. Yes, do it scared. That's it. Do it scared, friends. So I just, that's kind of the overall message today. It's just a matter of if this is your time, if you're ready to do it, then how do you do it in a way that is, ideal for you. Okay. And so let me do this. I was just taking on my other screen so I can get to making sure we tap over there. Let me know if you have any questions also. Um, 1 second. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for the populace. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, this is launch day. We're going to get to talking and chatting. And then we're going to keep going live as well. Thank you all for, oh gosh, you guys are reaching goals too. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure I set that up. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much. Do you have flash code yet? Yeah, Anika, I just got it. Nika, TikTok being nice to me. TikTok, no, this is launch day. TikTok said, let me be nice to her. You know what? I'm going to give her the donuts and we'll give her that in the first 15 minutes. That's what it was. So yes, I got it. How you doing, Nika? I go live every day now for 2 hours and doing what? Look at you. Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick so we can just make sure we get some housekeeping done. Okay, cool. But I will hold for afternoon. There we go. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate your friend. So we are on launch day. J Money, how are you coming on in? Okay, so I'm gonna talk about what is today's the official launch. It's my first one this weekend, co-hosting with someone. Okay, look at you. Okay, I love that. I love that for you. Look at that's it. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Well, look here, Dr. Trish. Let's do this right now. I'm gonna check to see if you're eligible as we speak. I did this for a few people yesterday. Let's make sure you're eligible. So I'm gonna put you in the system. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you. And then put you in the system. I'm doing it as we speak. And I'm gonna see if you're eligible. If I get any kind of message from TikTok that says you're not. Invitation was sent. Invitation was sent, friend. Invitation was sent, friend. Look at there. It was sent. I love it. I love it. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. We are celebrating. We are adding. We're multiplying, okay? Invitation was sent. There we go. Okay, so I just want to say, you said, please, God. Your excitement is contagious. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. You know what? Because like I said, I got a chance yesterday to kind of see things play out. So I knew I had to change some things in terms of my workflow. I'll talk about that in a second too. But I'm excited for you. Am I in? So here's what you need to do. You got a system notification just now. So go to your inbox on TikTok. You got a system notification that says Creator Network Invitation. You need to accept that. Once you accept it, you're in. So that's it. So you got to accept that. Now, just so that you guys know, what I did is that I made the uh, appointment for 1 year. So it's a 1 year appointment with me. That's kind of the agreement. 1 year. I could have made it up to 3 years, but the goal is I don't want to. I don't want to have people commit to something that they're not really wanting to do, or they're not ready for, or maybe it was a good idea in July of 2025, but February of 2026, you're like, not me. So that's kind of what I did too. So I was like, okay, let me just make sure it's just a 1 year commitment, and then we'll extend. We'll keep going and growing. Okay. Launch your income agency. Yes. That's what you got to. So I have another application in here. Mrs. Field, are you in the room? Let me see, friend. You are. Let me know if you're in the room. Let me check. I'm gonna check for you too. That was somebody else who submitted. Hi, Flourish. How are you, friend? Um, yeah, this person is ineligible. They are already with another agency. So when you're with an agency already, I can't grab you. So that's that's a no-no. And I'll let me talk about that now, because I was going to say I was going to talk about it. Let me talk about it now. Thank you so much, friends. Um, when it comes to other agencies, I don't. I want to be very cautious and cognizant of making sure it doesn't get the impression that I'm trying to make you change or poach you from another agency. So I tell people all the time, I'm using the words agency, but you have agency of what you want to do. And at the end of the day, that is a personal decision. You need to talk to that other agency first before you can change over to anybody else. So just recognize that that is something I'm not trying to give that impression that I'm doing. So again, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer questions, but at the end of the day, it is totally up to you. And just know, even if you're with another agency, I really can't even support with offering tips and strategies and advice, because again, you can't coach somebody who's with somebody else. So you got to really work with that other agency. Okay, so I just want to say that out loud. I don't want to give that impression, and TikTok will essentially take the agency away if they see you as being in violation of things like that. So thank you so much, friends. I just want to make sure I say that, and I'll probably continue to communicate that just so that people understand what's happening here. But make sure you are liking the live, sharing the live out, friends. Thank you so much. We are here on launch day. Flourish, thank you so much. I was happy to jump into your live. You saw where I sent you some messages. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Thank you. You saw where I sent you some messages, so we'll let me know if you want to chat further. I tried to be a little bit more detailed just in case you needed some information to kind of start moving forward, because it sounds like you go live pretty frequently. Yes, ma'am. I wrote you back. Okay, you wrote me back. Okay, awesome. And so let's talk. Let me say this out loud for you all too. Well, you know what? I'll save it for our Saturday meeting, our Sunday meeting. I'll say that for our agency conversation. Okay, Dr. Lisa, what did you check to see if Dr. Trish was eligible? So Dr. Trish submitted. She clicked the link and submitted her application. So once she submitted her application, I can move forward with inviting her. But so I just gave the example, there was another application in there. When I went to invite that person, there's a message that says they can't be invited because they're with an agency already. So that's what I did. So first step was her to say she applied. So she said she was interested, and then I can see that in my system, and then I can check. And as soon as I went to go check for the second person, they were like, you can't do that person. But Dr. Trish, I was able to move forward with. So that's what you have to do. So click the link if you're interested. Now, what I'm going to do is talk about the agency, obviously, the services and stuff that's offered, and then I'll be able to answer any other questions too. So I'm happy to answer questions. I'll be doing this a little bit more frequently. I will say this though. Here's where I want to stay kind of consistent in what I have been doing, because there's a lot of people who are going to be new and coming into the live, and I want to make sure I'm always supporting newbies. And so those newbies may be future you all, or it may be people who will come to your live, and I want them to support your live. So we're gonna continue to do that element too. I'm gonna do the teaching. I want to support people. I want people to understand that the go live process does not have to be intimidating. I got a call, so I'll answer that after I return. You know, when you have family members, you're like, oh, I need to talk to them, but I'll talk to them later. So yes, um, but yeah, so just know that I'll continue to do that. So I'm going to chat about the agency. This is launch day. This is August 1st. We are here. We are launch day. So we'll talk through. I'm going to talk through the features and benefits of the agency and services. I'm so appreciative of all of you who supported the soft launch yesterday. One thing it did help me do is just work through my workflow. So, and I'll share the landing page is now, I changed that landing page to be a quick, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, okay, okay. I got a message that my mother-in-law just messaged. So I was like, what do I need to do? She was asking me to do something, so that's what I have to respond to her at some point. So, well, that's fine. I just had that pop in my head real quick. Um, okay, so I appreciate you all for doing the soft launch. So I appreciate that. And with the soft launch, I was able to change my workflow. One of the things that I changed was the communication to people who join the agency. So as you join the agency, I need for you to complete almost like a intake form so I can get your contact information so I can add you to the WhatsApp. So just know I'm saying that out loud to you, like Dr. Trish, anybody else today. Just know that I'm going to need that from you to complete. So I'm going to add you to that email. So I changed that process a little bit. So that was helpful because I want to make sure I capture that sooner than later. Um, Others that are coming into the room, thank you. We are happy launch day. This is for the Launch Your Income Agency. It is a TikTok Live Creator Network agency. So I'm officially an agency. You said, where's that? You haven't gotten it yet. I need to send it to you. I'll send it to you, Dr. Trish. You're going to get a notification from me. You know what? Let me send it to you now. That's the beauty of this, friend. That is the beauty of this. I can go in the system and send it to you really quickly. So I'll send it to you. You'll get an instant message from me, and that way you can move forward. I don't know if it's gonna let me do it in here, so I may have to look at another screen. Okay, it said, "Did you send WhatsApp invite? You should have got one this morning because you were one of the people who filmed out last night, and so you should have got one this morning to be able um, to be able to um, get the link. So you should have got an email this morning. Let me know if you didn't get that, friend, because if you didn't get it, then I want to make sure you do get messaged. Um, okay. Um, so Patty said, so I have news. What's your news, friend? Did you go live? Good morning. Good morning. Did you go live? Let me know. Did you go live? Or you're not going live yet? All right, friends. So we're going to talk about the agency. Like I said, this is launch day. And Dr. Trisha, I did not send it to you because it actually made me click out of the system. So I'm going to have to send it to you after we get off. Let me see if it's going to say Trish. No. Okay. It made me click out. So I'm going to send it to you after live. I'm going live at 12:30 Central today. Look at you. All right, Fred. I love it. I love it. You said I'm going to fulfill that requirement, Dr. Lisa. I love it. Okay, let me talk about it. Let me talk about the agency. Let me give you guys some insights. No worries. Okay, so you're on my to-do list. I definitely will send it to you so you can go ahead and click the WhatsApp. I'm not doing anything over there yet, so there's not even a message for you guys. So I'll send the message this afternoon to everybody. So I wanted to just get through this phase. Natty Nat, how are you, friend? Come on in, Alex. I appreciate you. So here's what I will say. Let me just kind of walk through a little bit. Good morning. Let me walk through a little bit. We're happy launch day. We are launching Launch Your Income Agency. So it is a TikTok Live Creator Network agency in which the goal for TikTok is that they want to scale their live host side of the house. So wanting people to be successfully going live, connecting with your community, building live stream so that essentially people are engaging in that. They're coming to see you. The whole notion of people being fans, they want people to continue to be fans and keep coming back. So they're looking for obviously live hosts that are still new and beginning the journey. They call them rookies that need a live agency to support their process, their growth strategy, giving them tips, giving them information, helping with coaching them, and so encouraging them, keeping them motivated so that you stay going live. That's the goal. That no smoke and mirrors about that. They're basically wanting you to stay here and then continue to motivate and encourage people to stay here as well. So that's what's happening. And so to do that and do that successfully and making it worth people's time, then they have to know how to go live and ultimately how to think about their growth trajectory. And so an agency is supposed to help you with that, with data, with obviously tips and strategies, coaching to kind of keep you doing that. And if you're not getting that, then you might want to make sure that you want to continue to go live or you want to go live at all, or depending on what you're doing in terms of your strategy to get support, how are you connecting yourself with the right agency for you? Okay, so um, so what I offer at my agency is exactly that, making sure you get the support that you need. So give me 1 second, I'm going to flip my camera, I'm going to show you. So this is going to be a breakdown of the landing, the information for people who are part of Launch Your Income. Now, really quickly, this landing page actually is now going to be, and that's kind of where I re-engineered my workflow from yesterday's launch, the soft launch that we did yesterday, because I was able to see this document here, this landing page is really needed for people who start the agency. So I changed the process flow so that it's no longer based on people who are prospecting. These are people who actually are joining the agency, because at the end of it, I can actually capture your contact information. So Dr. Tricia, for example, this is what I'm going to send you. You're going to get this page. And so I want to capture your information, capture, and then make sure you guys understand some of the other things I want to communicate surrounding making sure you go to the WhatsApp, making sure you are participating in the agency information. Okay. And how many hours I recommend. I don't have requirements for how long you need to go live, but I do have strong recommendations. This is free for us. How do you benefit from it? Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for asking that. I should have said that to begin with. So that should have been in my intro for talking about the live, TikTok's live Creator Network program. So let me flip my camera before I go there. Okay. So here's what happens with the live creator program, live creator network program. So TikTok, and you guys always hear me talk about it, the Skill Live Rewards. TikTok pays creators under the Skill Live Rewards program. So per live, you can make up to 40% per live. And then you have your weekly missions where you can make an additional 13%. And I always tell you guys in terms of that breakdown, per live is based on how many new followers you have, as well as how long you've gone live. Okay. Flourish, are you still with me? That's something else I should have made a note to talk about. I don't think she's here. Okay. Flourish, let me know if you're still in the room. I'm actually going to make a note right now because I want to make sure I say that to you guys. To look at your analytics. I didn't say that in my little notes to her. Look at performance. The real-time performance in your live, you need to pay attention to that. So that should have been captured in my notes because I can't see her real-time performance, but you always want to look at your real-time performance. So per live, you're paying attention to how many new followers you received, as well as how many how long you've gone live. I always tell you to go live at least 25 minutes or more. You do need to be pushing towards, for Launch Your Income, I actually encourage you to go at least an hour and then try to push towards 90 minutes then to 2 hours. We want to make sure you're maximizing. The longer you go live, obviously the more engagement you may get, as well as TikTok is getting to know you're live and obviously you'll see more traffic. So there's some levers that you want to be able to pull when you're going live, and the longer the better. The other thing I wanted to say is so that's the per live. And then there's the weekly missions. The weekly missions is that additional up to 13%. Now, I tell you guys all the time, the average person is not going to get that 13%. You're probably looking at anywhere from 9 to 9.5. And on a good day, maybe 12, 12.5. So just know that that 13 is really for the people who are in League A. So you want to pay attention to leagues also. We'll talk about that. But League A is where they see that 13%, not the average person. It's also based on how many, so that number is broken down into how many days you've gone live, so your duration. So again, in the agency, I strongly encourage you to go live at least 3 days a week. So you don't really want to push for one. One, you're not getting the maximum for the weekly mission. You only get 6%. If you go 2 or more, you get 8%. I want you to go 3 or more. Okay? So I want you to kind of think about that. It's not a requirement. I don't have any go live requirements, but I don't want you to come back and say, Dr. Lisa, I'm not getting engagement. Nobody's coming to my live. All this other stuff, and you're only going live out of the month, out of the 30-day period, maybe 4 or 5 days. That's not enough. So you want to make sure that you are being cognizant of how many times you're going live per week. You said, oh, yeah. What's my requirements? I'll talk about that. I really don't have any requirements. I have strong encouragements because at the end of the day, it's not. So it's not going to, as an agency. Let me answer Dr. Trish's question. So that'll probably get to it. So as an agency, it's not going to have an impact on me you if you're not performing. I mean, obviously there's metrics in there and they're keeping track of that, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, if you want the support, you can get it, but if you're not going to use it, that's why I made the contracts 1 year, because I was like, if you're not going to use it, then maybe I don't renew you. But for the most part, it's okay in terms of you come into the meetings, kind of getting the information, but obviously it's not going to help you if you're not going to actually use it. What was the percent for days live again? 8% if you go 2 or more. 8% if you go 2 or more. Scale Live Rewards. Okay? So, the weekly missions is also, so that is for, and then it's also your heart meets, the people coming back to your live. So you want to talk about that, people coming in, getting a heart meet. So those are the returners. So you have people coming back, they have a percentage for that. If you have over 100, you can get 1.5%. So you have that 8% plus that 1.5%, that's your 9.5. So as you're growing, you want to strive for at least over 100 daily heart meets that you're getting each time you go live. Okay? So that's important. The other thing you want to pay attention to, you can get up to 2% if you have 2,000 or more. So those are like the A-leaguers. Remember I told you, those people, they're getting the maximum percentages because of their engagement. So they, and then the last thing is you'll see the thing here that says league. If you league up, you get a bonus for leaguing up. Okay? So any given week where you league up, it's a 3% bonus. So again, that's how you can get to like 12.5%. So just know that that's what TikTok will give you regardless of your live. So if you do the math, that's about 49.5% without leaguing up. We'll make the assumption that you didn't league up. So that's like 49 to 49.5%. Well, that other 51% is TikTok's cut. Okay, so when you think about it that way, that's TikTok's cut. TikTok says, okay, agency, if you're supporting this person with training, helping them maximize their life, and supporting them grow, then we'll take some of our percent and give it to you. So I tell you right now, it's not a big percent, but it is, something. So as I do this training, and then so you'll see a lot of agencies, they're actually trying to do the recruiting so that they can bring more people in. They're doing the scouting, that piece, but then they also are doing the training and supporting and giving people tips and strategies so that they can go live. So the more people you have under your agency that is going live, then maybe the math will get to mathing for you. But it takes time. It takes time to grow. So since I'm doing this anyway, I was like, well, let me make sure, let me structure myself as an agency and see where I can really have an impact and support people. So that's how it benefits me. So, I'm always transparent with you guys. So that's how it'll benefit me. It also gives me a peek behind the curtain to see how TikTok operates. So, will your training cross over into content since that helps lives? Yes, yes. That's the peek behind the curtain too, because they give you tips and strategies about what trends are happening right now from a content creation, as well as some other things people need to pay attention to. You said excited for you. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Like I said, you guys saw me working overnight and long hours trying to get everything up and running, and getting the back end systems created, creating the landing page for you all, creating some other things in terms of the process flow. So it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. But it's stuff that maybe I wasn't doing it at this level or in this way, but it is stuff that I've already been kind of sharing with you. The information I'm sharing is fairly consistent, which is good. It's not like little TikTok is like, oh no, we do things totally different. But there is some things behind the curtain that we definitely want to pay attention to. So basically, it should get paid out of TikTok's share. Yes, and it doesn't come out of share. No, no, no. So when people say TikTok pays the agency, TikTok does pay the agency. TikTok says, okay, agency, we'll give you a share if this creator is doing what they need to do. So yeah, so that's how it works. So TikTok pays you, TikTok pays me. So that's how it works. Okay. So it comes out of TikTok share. So ideally, we want to get you to a point where you're getting the maximum share. Okay. So if you don't know what you don't know, you may not be getting the maximum share. If you look at your real time analytics and stuff, you may see where it says, oh, you only made 38% for this live. Well, you made 38% because you didn't know that you should have been paying attention to followers, or that you didn't know that you should have went live a little longer so that you can get some more. So stuff like that, or you didn't pay attention to the league, or so you don't know what you don't know. And so when someone asks me like, do I need an agency, my first answer would be, do you plan on going live frequently? Do you plan on going live at least 3 times a week? Do you plan on showing up in this space? Because if the answer is no to that, then I would say, no, you don't need an agency. If you're saying, oh, I'm just going to go live every now and then, I may not go live for another 2 or 3 months. I did it once. Then no, you don't need an agency. No, don't do that. Don't even waste your time. That's totally fine. I may have missed it. Will you ever add shop part? So um obviously I can talk about shop. So I am looking at maybe my other account where I would go over there and talk about shop a little bit more intentionally in live sessions for my Dr. Lisa Shops page, because I don't want to let that go to the wayside, not yet at least. So I may go over there and use it in that way. Okay, cool, totally understand. And obviously, if there is a live host that is looking for tips and strategies to optimize their live, and they're going live for shop, I can definitely talk about that. Yeah. Obviously, if you are a live host, because right now I can activate my cart and go live with products. I gotta take that link out, but I can go live with products. So just know, if you're going to try to use your live in that way, I can support you. 3 times a week, 100 heartbeats per live, 30 minutes per live minimum. Say that again. Oh, I missed something. Go back. Nika, I don't know if whatever you said before that must have got filtered. Yeah, must have gotten filtered. Who are you talking about? You talking about somebody else, friend? You said 3 times a week, 100 heartbeats per live, 30 minutes plus per live. Are you just saying in terms of general things that you should be paying attention to? If that's what you're saying, you're spot on. You should pay attention to maximizing 3 times a week. Yes, okay, gotcha. So yeah, 3 times a week, you're maximizing the weekly missions. That's what you're basically breaking down. The weekly missions, she's breaking down. Let me pin that too so you guys can see that. She's breaking down Well, you actually combine two things. You're combining the per live and the weekly missions. You're combining the two concepts. But 3 times a week and 100 daily heartbeats is the weekly missions. The 30 minutes plus per live minimum is on the per live part of the concept. I would tell you to do an hour. Actually, I would tell you to push towards 2 hours if you can. I mean, would you add shop like becoming a dual agency? Here's what I understand. This is again the peek behind the curtain. They probably will ask agencies to do that. That's the peek behind the curtain. Yeah. So don't be surprised if it got to where I'm saying, hey guys, I'm now adding shop. So that could be it. But as of now, that's not where I'm trying to, um, you know, make this part of my, overall approach. Okay, well, we'll talk. Okay. Got you, totally understand. Yeah, shop to me is obviously shop is different. Shop takes some effort. Shop is definitely a different approach. I can talk about it and I can share information about it. If you're just trying to do shop on occasion, then I think that may be fine. But if you're trying to do like shop, then that's just a different approach. Yeah, you said a lot. It is better to not combine it. Yes. So I wasn't combining initially because there is stuff that I know people need in terms of training, in terms of optimizing their current live stream. And so we got to get you there first. We got to get you to that point. Make sure you guys are tapping the screen for me. Thank you for supporting the live. Make sure you are supporting in that way. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all coming to the live. We're talking all things going live, as well as we're having a happy launch day where we have launched the agency for our live creator network, which is Launch Your Income Agency. So couple things you need to know. Let me know. I'm going to break down the agency's services. So you have that. I was able to get an invite code. So does that mean you are eligible to apply? Let me see. Let me see. Are you saying you just did something, Natty Nat? Let me see, friend. Let me know what are you saying? You just got an invite code from me previously? Because let me know. Let me know. Dr. Lisa, the 100 mark me is a goal, not achieving that. I'm not achieving that. Okay. You definitely want to, so we'll talk about that from a skill live rewards because that's part of what you want to pay attention to. Yeah, you definitely want to pay attention to that. Yes, I sent it to you. I got it on my live center. Oh, let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me check. Let me see if there's something on my side that shows it. But I love that. Hold on one second. I'll check for you, Natty. Um, this co-host live I'm doing, it's regarding creating an ebook for what is health educators on Canva. Oh, I love that. That is great. And you're talking about it, or you are okay. Natty, let me see, friend. Invite. Yeah, it still gives that it still gives that pop up. I need to let me ask my contact because it's a pop up that pops up for you saying your it's an affiliate risk because of your account being associated somewhere else. So let me find out what does that mean in terms of proceeding because my understanding is it's problematic. So I just want to make sure I'm not misinterpreting how that message is coming in. Okay, so let me ask the question and just be really intentional about getting an answer for that. Okay. Do me a favor, Natty. Go ahead and send me a message if you don't mind on what you did with that other account because I think you said you had an account previously. You deleted that account when you like yesterday. But just let me know like a little bit more context about that account. Was it, how many followers did you have? Was it an account that you went live on? It seemed like you said no. You have posted some content. Did you not? So just say, was that a business account, personal account? Just give a little bit more context. So that way, if I get questions, I can kind of go back and say, here's what the creator told me. Um, okay, appreciate your friend. The co-host element is when she is teaching me what to do on Canva. How is best to do it, Box? Okay. Okay, are you a co-host or are you a guest? It sounds like you're a guest. You're going to be a guest on this live. When you say co-host means that you're actually in your live and your community is with you, which is different. So it sounds like you said back again. Thank you so much, friend. Sounds like you are actually a guest on someone else's live, but let me confirm that if that's the case. If you could be a co-host, that would be better. Yes, I went to a guide to my live center. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so apparently I used a suggested video from um you know what, Blue, um what's your apparently I used a session video. Let me know what your hello, how are you, friend? That comment came up, only the one comment. So did you have another comment before that? It didn't show up. I only see this one comment. No, co-host with another creator. Okay, okay. So you will be in your live. So that's good. So you'll be in your live and you guys are going to come together and you're going to be a co-host and this person's going to be in their live and you're going to come together, not as a guest for their live. So that's good. Um, is it as a Bluey? Let me know what's the question. I missed the question because I think you got filtered. So I don't remember. I didn't see the first part of your question. I don't understand. Apparently I used a suggested video from. I don't know what that means. So it got cut off, or you didn't. You had another part. Yes, but how to transition when she's teaching me what to do on Canva. Dr. Trisha, I don't understand the question either. What do you mean? How to transition? Transition what? Um, Let me know if you want to come up. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna talk because the screen is divided. What I don't understand what your question is. You're saying how yes. Okay. Let me let you come up real quick so I can answer your question, friend. All right, Dr. Tish. Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me up. Yeah, so this is my first time we're doing this, or I'm doing this, and we're we just talked it through last night on the phone, and we're just envisioning how it's gonna work, so we don't have any tech problems. So we're gonna start with the co-hosting screen. I've never done this before, so we're gonna have the screen divided. She's gonna be on one side. I'm gonna be on one side. We're just gonna talk as people come in about what we're doing and who I am, because people don't know what a health educator is. So I asked another coach of mine as to what I should do as far as my next digital product, and she's like, build uh, an ebook about being a health educator and what is health education, because people don't know what that is.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay. So then I found her, the one I'm co-hosting with, and I messaged her and we're collaborating. We're doing this. So we're gonna have this screen and it's gonna be split. And basically, to help each other out, I'm going to be talking about what I do as a health educator, and that I'm creating an ebook for people, for other health educators to grab. And then for her to promote her stuff, she's going to be teaching me how to create the ebook on the Canva. So when we transition into her teaching me what to do on Canva, because the screen is going to be split, it's going to be so small, and I don't know how to do it so it visually is, people are able to see what it is that I'm doing on the Canva while she's teaching me.
She's gonna have to share her screen and show what she's teaching you.
I have to share my screen?
No, she's gonna have to share her screen. She's the one doing the instructional part.
No, she's going to be verbally telling me what to do on Canva, and I'll be doing it on Canva because her whole thing is that she teaches other people how to create digital products on Canva.
So you need to flip your camera and show your screen. So you would show your screen then. One of you guys have to show your screen. So it sounds like you are gonna be the one showing your screen as you're doing it. So for example, right now I'm about to flip my camera.
Right.
So I'm talking to you. I'm showing you all the different things on my screen. I can scroll down. So you would literally have to have your computer, like right here's my computer, and you're gonna flip your screen. And as she's telling you to do stuff, you're gonna be showing and actually be, typing your computer, doing whatever you're doing and doing what she's telling you to do.
So, and that's okay. I mean, it's smaller because we're splitting our screen, and that's I guess, is that conducible? Is that still okay?
I mean, how do you feel about it right now?
I think it's fine. And we were also talked about because I wasn't sure how it was gonna, because you're showing me now. I think it's fine. But before, not seeing this, I'm like, it's gonna be too small. Are they gonna see? But then we were also thinking that she will come off, and then I can have her in a box. But then she's not live anymore. I'm the only one that's live. So I wasn't sure if that is a better way. I'm not sure. I just want to do it the best way.
Yeah. So if you have the full screen, obviously the full screen will give a better, vantage point for the viewers. And if she was in a box as a guest and your camera's flipped, I don't know if actually when I say that out loud, yeah, you could do that. You could flip your camera. She could be a box and a guest in the box talking to you.
Right. And so then we talked about doing a part B, which would be next weekend, where we're switching it up. And I'm gonna be in the box, and she's going to teach on how to take that ebook now and put it onto Amazon for selling.
Okay. Okay. That sounds like a great live. Seriously.
Okay. All right.
I love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome, friend. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Let's see. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep this here. I'm not going to flip my camera back. We'll talk about the services for Launch Your Income Agency, friend. And we will go through that. And if you guys have questions, keep putting them in the chat. I appreciate the questions. We're going to get to continue to chat. And if you want to click the link is there. It's in the lower left corner. This is how you can get into the agency. Look, but let me tell you about the services first. You're welcome, friend. No problem. So here's what you guys will receive after you get into the agency. This is the web link I'm going to send you, so you can fill out the contact information. Okay. So the agency is really, created to help my people who were scared, afraid, shy. You need to build your confidence on the screen. You're gonna grow your community, and then obviously I want you to monetize your expertise. So Dr. Trish is a great example of someone who has an expertise in health education, and she's trying to figure out different ways to monetize. Thank you so much, friends. And your live stream is the way to do it. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing, how you want to grow, but obviously how do you do it in a way that is authentic to you. Okay. And again, your expertise, but also, whatever your passion is. So that's what the agency is built on. And then I'm going to teach you the different levers to make sure that you are obviously monetizing and optimizing your live stream and building your community. So there's some things you need to do. When it comes to services, here are the services that are specifically agency specific services. Okay. So I want to make sure you guys understand what we're going to be doing. Okay. So there's going to be some live stream training, some hosting strategies. So you guys will get real-time tips and strategies from me. We'll have a school community where I'll have different videos, training videos you can go to and look at that stuff. We will also have the WhatsApp where you guys can kind of chat over there, and I'll send some information surrounding meetings and just kind of keeping you up to speed. So there's 2 different platforms I'm going to ask that you are actively looking at and engaging in. And then, I'll pop in on your lives. In the platform, it's called Backstage. I can see who's live. I can kind of peek behind the curtain and see what's going on. And then I'll join your live as well. So that information will be there for you as well. So that's what I'm offering. It'll be a data driven coaching. So we're going to look at your data. We're going to look at your metrics, how things are, how you're moving the needle and improving your performance. So we'll be looking at data to help support you as well. Um, Obviously, I'm going to do the accountability and motivation for you. I'm going to give you, there are going to be some check-ins, some encouragement, but also some goals for you all to think very intentionally about what's your goal and then how do you work towards that target. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll do some incentives when it comes to live challenges. TikTok has different challenges that happen all the time, as well as there'll be a referral program and some growth campaigns. Again, when we think about as an agency, but also as you as individuals, how do you make sure you are actively going live, building your diamond count, earning rewards? All of that matters. Okay. And then I'll be available for resources when it comes to violation information, but also being an advocate if your account gets banned. TikTok does have a system in place for agencies to do an appeal and support if your account is going to be banned. So what I want to do though is get in front of the violation process so that we're not getting, countless violations, so that you do get in jeopardy of having your account taken. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is the information about my background, just so you know. Been in these streets for a minute, so I clocked a lot of hours going live. Here's the information, just sharing more about joining the agency, and then obviously I want to capture your contact information. A couple different disclaimers in here that I have, just making sure you understand what to expect. Again, communication is going to flow via the TikTok inbox, WhatsApp, the school community, and email. So I really do want you to make sure you're engaging in those platforms so that you're staying up to speed with communication that's flowing. Okay, so just know that it may require you to be a little nimble with checking things pretty frequently so you can kind of stay up to speed. Okay. Um, and then also when it comes to going live, I want to encourage you to go live at least 3 days per week, strongly encourage, as well as a minimum for an hour. So that's the encouragement. I don't have a requirement, but just recognize, I said it earlier, I don't want you to come back and say, Dr. Lisa, no one's coming to my live. I'm not seeing an engagement. People not interacting. I don't understand. But you're only going live maybe once a week, at most twice a week. And that's not a lot if you think about a 30-day period. So yeah, twice a week puts you at 8 times a month. But again, that's not a lot according to TikTok. So just know that consistency, going more frequently, will help you grow. Okay. So I just want to make sure I put that out there so that it's a clear understanding that you got to be thinking about your growth and what does it mean to show up. And then finally, all the services that I listed above, there's no cost, no fee for that. That is part of the live, the Launch Your Income Agency under the TikTok Creator Network program. If you are looking for business strategy coaching that comes with growing your business model, for example, what Dr. Trish just talked about, like, okay, how do I do all this ebook stuff? How do I do all that stuff? That's a different conversation. That's the whole Dr. Lisa hat. So that would be an entirely different conversation. And those are fee services. So just recognizing that there's a distinction between coaching you and supporting you with your live stream versus your business model. So let me know if there's any questions around this information. So this is the services under Launch Your Income Agency. Dr. Tricia, that is Canva. That is 100% Canva. Well, let me take that back. Well, yeah, that was all Canva. Canva and Stan. Stan is the platform that this is in. So this is the Stan store. This is the Stan store landing page. That's what this is. And then it was created with Canva resources. Yep. So let me know if there's other questions. She will. Appreciate your friend. Let me know. Yes, I see you all. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for your support. So let's talk about getting into the agency. What do you need to know? what makes you qualified and not qualified, and how I can support you with that. So if you click the link in the corner, if you haven't done so already, click the link. I can check to see if you're eligible if you are not already with an agency. If you're with an agency, I cannot do anything about that. You want to talk to your agency to make sure you're getting guidance and support from them. What I will do, like I said, I will continue to give tips and strategies, but I am going to be very cognizant of what is agency level information I want to share versus things that are, you know, general tips and strategies. Okay, so you will probably notice that I'm not going to be very as the agency is growing. I want to make sure my agency people are getting in-depth support. So it'll be a different, maybe a different shift that I do to make sure that the agency is progressing. The folks within the agency are truly progressing. Can you show the different box views for everyone to see? The different box views for everyone to see. What are you talking about, as a guest? Is that what you meant? For people to be a guest in your live? When you click the guest view, there's a little wheel at the top corner. There's a wheel, and there's different ways. So right now, if I turn it on, there's the panel where someone's like a little square in the lower corner. Then there's the grid where you have me on this side and you'll have different boxes of people. And then you have the fixed grid, and then you have the full grid. So yeah, the link isn't doing anything for me. What you mean? When you click it, she will. When you click it, it doesn't say apply. And when you apply, did it let you apply? Let me go and see if I received something, friend. Let me see. Um, Try to come in and out of the live and see if that fixes it. Somebody, Claire, you applied. Claire, are you in the room? I think people are clicking the link and just clicking the link. This is a person who's never gone live before also. So yeah, let me know if that worked for you, if you go in and out and see if it fits itself. Yeah, so Coach Jesse, let me know. Maybe we talk offline. So are you having problems with the guest view? I guess I don't understand the nature of the question. Like, you're like, what does the different views look like? So let me know if you need some help. Um, I think you're inviting up. You want to come up? I mean, hey, friend.
Hello.
Hey.
No, I was trying to show, answer Dr. Trish's question about the different views. So I wanted to show her how you can minimize and maximize the two screens when two people are together. Like if you make me smaller, but then you'll be the one that is shown, so that when because she was trying to say how big, she wanted to make it bigger for the people to be able to see as opposed to side by side, but putting me as the little box and you the bigger box. That's the view I was trying to tell her about, but I didn't know how to describe it. But that's why I was saying, can you show it? Like with me right now, you could do the regular view as not side by side. And like I would be the smaller box and you would be the bigger person because of your viewing.
Like
Yeah,
that.
like this. So that's what I was trying to tell her. But
She can't do that though. She can't do that when they're co-hosting.
Well, she would have to come as a guest.
Yeah, but she should come as a co-host.
She has to come as a co-host.
She should come as a co-host because she'll get credit for that live.
Oh. Okay, because I was like, because that's the only way you can get the bigger view.
Yeah. So she should she should come as a co-host because her room is in live and they can listen and support. And if I understood her correctly, At one point, the person who is teaching her is going to exit out and come back in as a guest. So yeah, so she should always be a co-host. That's why I say co-host makes sense if she's still having her room there to kind of walk through that with her, and she's making it a teaching session. So that's essentially her live.
If you co-host, you can't change this kind of view.
No,
Mm.
because it's your live. It's your active live.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, then maybe that's why maybe I wasn't in co-host view because I know I've done it, but maybe so I didn't get credit for it. So now I'm thinking,
If you're somebody's guest, you're their guest. Like you don't get credit for this live. Yeah, you're my guest right now.
so if I'm your guest and you make me bigger so I can present something, that would not give you credit or
I just expanded you.
huh?
I just expanded you.
Oh, I was like, what's that? Oh, that's me.
That's you.
I was like, what is that? That is me in the little circle. Okay, so if we did this and I did and let's say I was showing something, blah 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 blah. So you wouldn't get nothing because of that?
No, you're a guest. You're still in my room. Yeah, you're not the host.
So I couldn't share a screen on my
You,
end.
yeah, you could. You could definitely do that. That's not what she should do. She should be the
Oh,
co-host. She should not
oh,
be a guest.
oh no, I was
Okay.
trying. I
Yeah.
was thinking about the. She was asking for it to be bigger, so that's why that's what I was thinking about to make it bigger.
No, but she's
Um.
a co-host. I don't think she can change the view like that when she's a co-host.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't
in the
know that.
co-host setting, you can do that. But like I said, right now you're a guest.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking about. But all
Hmm.
right, I guess I didn't even do it as a co-host. Okay. Well, that's good to know. No credit there.
Okay, let me. So co-host is what you always want to do, and I will say that again. Let me reiterate that. Co-host means that you get credit for that live. You get credit for any gifts that happen, full credit from your viewers. You get credit for that live as a recording, like that is your live. Now,
Okay.
guest, you get no credit. Okay, so you can people are going to give you gifts, people are going to interact with your live, but it really is not your live. It's that person's live.
Because the reason why well, that's a good to know because when you do box battles, that's the view we use. You use guests, not co-hosts,
Right.
but they still get gifts.
Yeah,
So,
you got gifts right now. Some
oh,
gift, but that's not counting towards your live stream count.
oh, so it only counts for the coins. That's it.
Yeah, partially. You get partial rewards for that, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We'll talk about this offline, friends. This is
oh,
where
okay.
I want you guys to be. Now you got to think different strategically about your live stream and what you're doing in terms of
Yeah, yeah, that's good to know because I didn't know that at all. I was just thinking
So I'm not
about
saying
that.
box battles aren't bad. I mean, they're a good thing, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, you just want to make sure you're thinking about your live from a
But you
hosting
can't do
perspective.
co-host like that with multiple boxes, right? Or can you? You still
Um,
need yes, right?
I think it's just the guest. You can do battles where there's one versus two or one versus three type battles.
But
So
not the box one.
that's different. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
All right, friend. Thank you,
Okay,
Miss Jessie.
okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Okay, friends. Okay, what's your question, friend? Let me go back. I saw a couple questions. Will we both create a live event separately, then use co-host button? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I think you had a question before that. But okay, what do you mean? Would we both create a live event separately, then use co-host button? Um, you could create your own live event for people to come to your live event separately. That's fair. And then when you're in the live, one of y'all invite each other to the live. so, so yes, you're having your own separate live. So the answer to that is yes, you could do it that way. Yep, you absolutely could. Let's go here. Um, Thank you, Mimi, for the shares. I didn't know that. Didn't know what what I just do, Nika. How do we both start the live as a co-host? One of you guys are going to start. You're both going to start your own lives. Your live is going on business as usual. That person's live is going on business as usual. At some point in that live, maybe 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, one of you are going to click the co-host button and invite that person to attend their live. So you could do it or they can do it. And then you're going to accept that invitation. Whenever you've gotten those messages that pop up where someone's trying to, unknowing to you, invite themselves to your live, that's what they did. They clicked that co-host button. So that's what just happened. If you do a box battle, you are both already live. If you do a box battle, you're both already live. So if you do a box battle, you're both already live. You're saying you're in your live and the other person's in their live for box battles. You're for she's well, she's saying that the person's live and then the live host invited them up as guests and then turned on the game feature for it to be like an elimination box battle. So they are guests. They're not live. They're not host. I think that's what Coach Jesse was explaining. What you were talking about is like the friendly battles where they're both are live and they're co-host. They click the co-host feature to do that. Um, you're already live when you do a battle. So you're let's play this out real quick. Let me do this since we're having this educational moment. let me do this. Let me do this and now if people came up right now and they wanted to participate in the um, the match game. Appreciate you. Thank you. You're welcome, friends. Let's see. Hold on. So if they wanted to participate, like Nika, I was about to invite you, Nika. You're already getting credit for being live and for gifts. Um, okay, be right back. Okay. So who's this? Steph, let me know if you want to come up. So, hello, friend. How are you? So you came up and participated in this box battle. Let's see. I don't know if she knew she was coming up. I'm gonna accept. Okay. So here's what happens. We can start a game. We literally that's what this is. We can start a game. I got it now, Doc. Thank you. Yes, we can start a game. Hello, friends. I'm gonna let you guys down in a second. So if we started the game, we could literally start the the match game. I mean, where we had a box battle and stuff, and people could start, gifting them and start playing the game this way. These are individuals that are not in, essentially, they're not in co-host mode. They are in a guest mode. So that's one way of doing it. If you wanted to do it where people were actually in the guest, I mean, in the what do you call it? The co-host mode. That's the other battles. Those are different type of matches. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4, team battles. Those are different settings. Yeah, those are also considered battles. Yeah, this is considered a battle too. Elimination battle. So there's a couple different formats that you can do. This is a guest format, and then you can also have your traditional box elimination format. Okay. Yeah, they're a guest in the box. So this is one way to do it. Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys down. Let me know if you had any questions though, real quick. Appreciate your friends. Okay. Okay, friends. Thank you so much. I'm gonna change my view. Um, so that is a different way of doing it. So there's a couple different ways. I just wanted to say that out loud. There. So yeah. You can get me, Dr. Lisa. What does that mean? Um, let me know. Treat up. What was that? What does that mean? FY. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all coming in. So you're already getting credit for being live and for gifts. Um, yeah, Nika. Box battles, a percentage also goes to the live host. Yes. Yeah. So that's something to think about too. Let me know what you meant, Miss Treetop. What did you mean? You have a question? Um, yeah, there I guess. Yeah, that's totally fine. We're all learning here, okay? But for you to bring me up, but you had grabbed someone else already. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Um, so let me just say this. Let me know if you guys have other questions. We're gonna learn. So if you are part of the Launch Your Income Agency, we're gonna talk through this, okay, friends? When it comes to battling, we are going to talk about how to make sure you are getting the most from your live stream, okay? So there are going to be some battles that we talk about, some different formats, some different ways to engage our audience. We are not going to shy away from opportunities like that, to take advantage of opportunities like that. So, for example, I'm going to give another real quick example. We talked about Coach Rhonda's situation, where she had her celebratory event. People came to it. It was great. It was great. And I looked at her league and she was about to league up. And I was like, okay, well, let's do a quick battle so you can league up. And so those are the things that I want you to pay attention to. Pay attention to your leagues. Pay attention to how people are engaging with your daily heart meet. Pay attention to how people are engaging with your gift gallery. Pay attention to what you have in your, what we call the wish box or your live goal. I want you to pay attention to those things. Do you only battle people in your own league? No. You can battle outside your league. I don't know if that's good or bad, but you can. Yes. So I want you to be very intentional about this stuff. And so we're going to learn, we're going to embrace some of these competitions, these matches, and we're going to do that in a fun, authentic way to you. So I don't want you to shy away from that. We're going to think about different creative ways we can energize our live, but also get our chat, get our viewers, get our community also activated too, and they're supporting. Okay? So I want you to be intentional about that. There are different ways to battle. And so there's different ways you can kind of bring people along, whether it's from your viewers, your guests, or you actually do the co-host feature and you decide to actively battle. Okay? And you come up with the different battle. And when we use the word battle, I mean, I know it sounds intimidating and stressful, but they are friendly. You can do friendly ones. So I want you to understand that there's different ways you can pull the lever on that. And once you do the co-host feature, you want to um, try to do that more than just having a guest, because if you do the co-host feature, you're bringing other people from the live. Now the guest matches might not be a bad idea too, because you can get your viewers to activate their friends and bring their friend to your live and stuff like that. So that those are all good strategies, but you just want to make sure that you are trying to bring as much attention and much visibility to your live as possible. Okay? So, and do they achieve the same benefits? Do who? Who's the they? The guest? No. If you're the host, you achieve the most. If you do co-host, it depends on how they performed in their battle. Win, loss, how many points were collected. With the leagues, what do you mean by that? The benefits of the league, leaguing up. Um, yeah, leaguing up. What are you asking? You're asking the benefits for the league. When you league up, it shows TikTok that you're growing. It puts you in a different gift gallery category. It also will require you to think very strategically about how you continue to grow and engage your audience so that you can stay in that league, so that you don't drop down, because you can drop down, but it does take you to a different perspective of how you are activating your live. So we'll talk about that too, because I want you guys to be intentional about how you are, you know, scaling your lives, scaling your community, growing. So that's going to be important. Does filling the gift galley help the league up? It does, potentially, because you know the league up happens in a 24-hour period. So if you get your gift gallery done in one day, it could help you to league up if that all happened like in that live and you got your gift gallery filled up and you know there was enough engagement from people gifting and supporting, and yeah, you could league up. You could potentially league up. And again, it depends on timing, because if you do it earlier in the day and then you come back and there's a lot of activity that's happening in that league, you may not have leagued up by the end of the night, by midnight. So leaguing up happens in a 24-hour period. Yeah. So just kind of pay attention to that. Yeah, but you could theoretically league up if you got your gift gallery filled in that day. How do you get the gift gallery filled? People click the photo and gift you. Yeah, they click your gift gallery, and they gift you. So that's how you get it filled. How do you do that? Is you got to communicate your gift gallery. You got to talk about your gift gallery. And then there's some other strategies too. Let me know. I love the league of it does come with new pressure every time to maintain. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But I want you to think about that. That's part of the strategy. Like, how do you keep it going? That's what this is about. How do you keep it going? If you're looking to grow, if you're looking to have an impact, you got to keep it going, friends. Okay, you got to keep that momentum going. Okay. Um, Today is launch day. All of this information you will get if you are a member of Launch Your Income Agency. So just know we are going to talk. We're going to have people who are going to be able to give us tips and strategies. It may even be some of y'all, because y'all out in these TikTok streets too. Y'all come back all the time like, Dr. Lisa, here's what I heard. Here's something that somebody did. And I was like, okay. Now as an agency, there's numbers and power. You know, power and numbers rather. And so we can easily try to operationalize that stuff too. So I just want you all to know that if you are serious about this, then this is the agency that you want to be with. Because I don't want you to feel like you're not getting support, but it's going to require you to be very intentional about what you want to do too. Mrs. Treetop, you in here? All right, friend. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna look and see. We're gonna talk about it. You gotta notice, friend. I did that first time today for Coach V, and I haven't heard anyone talk about that at all. Yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Yes, we're gonna talk about gift galleries, supporting how people do it. Now, look here. I just sent you. I just clicked your application. You gotta go live. We got to get you go live. You got to go live for 10 minutes. So I'm going to send you a notification. I'm not going to do it right now because it is actually two-step. It's a two-step process. So I'm going to send you an invite to say you need to go live first. Okay? You said, I know. You need to go live in the next 7 days. And actually, when I send this invite, try to go live. Just click the go live button, because you only have to do 10 minutes. Just do 10 minutes. Sit there, talk. 10 minutes, and you'll get the invite. You'll be officially eligible to apply. But you gotta do that within the next 7 days. So I want to make sure you're invited so I can include you in the meeting on Sunday, include you in the WhatsApp, and make sure you're hitting the ground running. You said gotcha. Yeah. All right, friends. So launch your income agency. We are launched. Let me know if you have questions. If you are serious and you're serious and you want to join the agency, you're going to click the left side. There should be a link symbol. Click that, not the service button. Click the link symbol. You want to click that, and then that is where you actually will join. Okay? And my friends, Clara, somebody earlier sent it. you also have to go live for at least 10 minutes too. I know some of you guys are nervous, scared, afraid, but I want you to go live. I want you to feel confident. I'm going to continue to coach you through the process, but you gotta be willing to, invest the time and the effort to do it. And sometimes it may not be right for you, so don't feel like there's any pressure to do it, but it's just up to you in terms of where you're at right now. Okay, let me know if there's any questions, friends. Like I said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to answer a few more things about access to go live, or to be a part of the agency. But I'm going to come back at 4. We're going to talk some more. So we are in launch mode. I'm going to answer questions. What I want to do, especially as you guys are becoming, some of you are becoming part of the agency. Some of your questions are going to be agency questions. And so I'm not going to try to be evasive, but just recognize some of these questions are going to be within the agency. So we're going to talk about that because I want you guys to be strategic about how you employ some of this stuff. And so just know that I'm probably going to start using maybe that language like, hey, if you're a member of the agency, I'll answer it in the agency. So just know that may be where I have to go with some of the questions because I want to make sure you guys are getting the most real time operational information. Listen, I was at the end of my live playing music and asked my silent two people what was the name of the song. Did they know it? I need to stop being scared. Yes, and trust myself. That's it. That's it. You can do it. You can do it. Absolutely. Do it scared. And that's the thing about it. It's interesting for me when I go see y'all lives. Y'all are like y'all. I mean, seriously, you guys are so well communicating and engaging, and you're talking, and you're holding a room. I mean, it's interesting. You wouldn't even think that you were a shy person. You know what I'm saying? With all this happening yesterday, I was up after midnight working on my digital offer. Look at you. I love it. I love it. That's it. That's it. You got to get ready, friend. Gotcha, Doc. Yeah. No, they weren't even commenting. They weren't commenting. Yes, feel the fear and do it. That's it. We'll figure out. We'll talk through some ways to kind of get your audience engaged. I want you guys to know that a lot of it is just about, some people they probably will never talk. There's people in my room. Let's see who's some new folks in the room. They ain't saying nothing because I can see you new people. But that's okay. There are people who are listening, they're taking in the information, and they may be silent today, but you might say something and you're like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and ask this question. You know what? I like what she's saying. Let me go ahead and engage. Let me say hi. I'll get people who will send me messages at the live. It's like, I was in your live today. I was like, this person ain't said a word the whole live, but they send me a message afterwards. And so usually with those people, I'll say, okay, here's your answer to your question. Come to my live tomorrow, and I'll talk more about that topic or get more. And those will be people who become future supporters. So just keep going, keep talking, keep engaging. Okay, keep engaging. It's going to be important for you to continue to keep doing it. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a need for people. Sometimes people are just nervous. Some people just yeah, they're probably just not gonna engage in a chat like that, but they're listening and taking all in. And then you guys know there are people who are listening that are not even in the room. So that's the other thing too. So just keep talking. You'll get people to engage eventually. Um, Couple things I wanted to say. Okay, so if you are thinking about joining an agency, you want to make sure that you first of all have live access. So you got to have live access. That's the first thing. Okay, so you want to have live access. You want to make sure you are posting content. You got to have some content that you posted. You want to make sure that you are also with the live access. If you have not gone live before, you're going to have to do a 10-minute live session before you can accept the invite for an agency. So that's part of the rules. So know that invite will be sent, but you won't be able to accept it unless you've done that first 10-minute live. Then you can go back and accept, and then you want to continue to go live. Okay, so that's the thing. You just don't go ahead and accept and don't ever go live again. And again, I stress that an agency is really there to motivate you, support you to continue to go live. So if you're not willing to go live, then you might just be wasting your time and getting those notifications for no reason. So just make sure you're willing to put the time in. How you doing, Bridget? I need you, Dr. Lisa. It was where I stopped, shopped, and watched videos only. Oh, really? Okay. I love it. So now you gonna go live. You gonna be a live host. Some sugar. How you doing, friend? Thank you for the daily heart me. Hello, hello. We are celebrating Happy Friday. We are Happy Launch Day Friday. So we are celebrating today. I've launched your income agency. It's a TikTok live creator agency. So come on in, friends. We're gonna get going. We're gonna do this thing. So a couple things I want to just say in terms of access. If you TikTok has it so that if you are someone who has a lot of followers, you've made so much so far when it comes to your overall count of revenue that you made on TikTok. TikTok will say you don't need a live host. Okay, so I'm sorry, you don't need a live host agency. So TikTok will pretty much not allow you to join if you are not eligible because you have over 1 million followers or you made over 5,000 in revenue. You could join what's called elite access if you are at 200,000 followers, between 200,000 and 1 million, and if you're between 2,000 and 5,000 revenue you've made currently and over the last 5 months. So TikTok will say, okay, I could give you elite access. So just know that's something where TikTok will have parameters in place that you cannot, you may be able to join with some limitations or with special access. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you are someone who has what they call a multi-account violation, meaning that you have more than one account, and maybe your account has um, uh, maybe your account has some issues in terms of violation issues, and maybe it was banned before, or maybe you've dealt with some issues surrounding making money on one account, and now you have a second account and you're trying to join. TikTok typically says you can't join. So I say you can apply because I don't see where there's a consistent rule that is going into play here, because I've had some people apply with their backup account and they were able to join, and I have some people who apply with their primary account and they weren't able to join. So I just don't understand the logic. So I will just say, just try to apply and see what happens. Okay, and I'll let you know if there's any concerns with your account or with your access, your ability to be able to join. What else, friends? Um, like I said, I'm going to be communicating with my people who have joined today. You'll get access to the WhatsApp. I'll send you the website link. I'm going to create another account where it's going to be the Launch Your Income account where we will do PR and marketing. So as you guys have videos, I want you to mention that account. I want you to tag that account so I can post that, so I can repost and share that stuff. I want to make sure I am promoting creators that are in the agency quite a bit. Um, if you are currently interested, my page is the primary page for Launch Your Income. People can go in the link and follow me there, as well as click the link in my bio. So I've updated my bio link to have the income, the link that's here. It's on my page as well, so you can click that at any point now. Can you assist with violation accounts like that? I can. So violations is something that TikTok just makes you have to work through. You have to appeal those. When it comes to your account being banned, that's where agencies can kind of help and submit an appeal for your account being banned. What I want to do and what I will be doing, how you doing, Yippee? How you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? What I want to do is, well, I'm sorry, what I will be doing is educating you on violations. Okay? So we should not be an agency where people are just getting back to back violations. Okay? So we're going to be an agency where we understand the TikTok policies and procedures, and we're going to follow them so that our account is not going to be at risk. Yeah, so our account cannot be at risk. Okay? So violations, though, is something you want to be in front of. You don't want to be in a point where, oh, I got a violation. Well, you can appeal it. I can give you some tips and strategies on how to get it back. We can report a problem. We can go through information. some of the violations, hold on one second, because I'm actually going to go to the screen here. Um, there's different reports and there's different appeals and stuff that I can submit. So yeah, and we can try to make sure that you don't continue to get violations from TikTok. I'm sorry, not violations. That you don't get your account banned. But yeah, I could track your violation history. Yeah, I see all that. And so if your account is banned or if you're at risk, I'll let you know. Yeah. So yeah, I was looking at the screen now, so I can let you know. Nikki, you said yeah, I didn't know that. Got it. Gotcha. Yep. Yep. Oh, I didn't know that. What didn't you know, friend? Let me know. Yeah. Um. Thank you all. Thank you for banned information. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions. Appreciate you being here. So, can anyone join her agency at this time? Yes. You said my agency, is it her? Yes. Anybody can join. Like what I said, how you doing, Vibe Wellness Woman? So if you want to click the link, you can submit the application. I can actually check right now since we're in the live. So if you click the link in this lower corner, should be the link that you're gonna click. I can see if you are eligible, if there's any concerns, and if you get invited, I'll send you the invite. Yep. And you are only doing lives, not product product live, right? Oh, shoppable live. Is that what you mean, shop? This is a creator network program. So this is for live hosts. It's not the TikTok shop. Is that if that's what you're asking? So it's not the TikTok shop agency. No, it's not a TikTok shop agency. It's Creator Network, which is for your traditional lives. Yeah. Now, when it comes to shop, obviously I know a little bit about shop. So, but that's not the focus of this agency. So this agency wouldn't necessarily focus on shop content. Yeah. So, but I can answer questions, especially if you have a strategy in play that you're like, okay, for my lives, Dr. Lisa, I want to be able to do a live, but I want to show a product in my shopping cart and share some stuff like that with people. We can talk about that. I want you to be able to do that as well, but that wouldn't be the primary focus. Okay. Let me know if there's questions. If you guys do submit an application, let me know you sent it so I can. You said officially applied. Okay, thank you, friend. Let me check right now. Let me check, my friends, and I will give you an update. Okay, friends, look at you. Okay, okay, you guys all just applied. Okay, there we go. And then I'll let you know what TikTok says. So I'm gonna go Vibe Wellness. Let's see real quick. I will. Vibe Wellness, you are, for this account, you're attached to another agency. So let me go back and say this. So this account must be attached to Live Legion. I'm assuming that's the case because this is probably your main account. When it comes to TikTok Shop and when it comes to the Creator Management Program, you can't be eligible to do you can't do the Creator Network under that. So they have you attached to another agency. So you're unavailable for me to invite. Um, Oh, it could. Oh, that's right. I forgot about you saying that. Yes, I forgot that you said that. That's true. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. So you gotta wait until you're not attached to that agency anymore, and you need her to do that. Uh, Here's the thing. You should have a 15-day grace period. So see where you stand with that. Okay. Yeah, and then go to your creator network and see if you're still attached. So see where you stand with it. Okay. I will yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So go back to your creator network and see who you're attached to, and make sure you communicate with them. Some sugar, you okay, so some sugar, you are my other situation similar to Miss Treetop. You have never gone live before, so you gotta do your 10-minute live. That's the rule. TikTok, so there's a message. It's not that I can't invite you. Thanks for the information. You're welcome. It's not that I can't invite you. I will invite you. It's a two-step process. I'm not going to do it right now. So check your inbox. You're going to get an inbox message from me when I get off the live. I'm going to send it to Miss Treetop. I'm going to send it to you. My friend Marilyn, hold on one second. I'm going to check for you real quick too. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm just looking at your stats. You are. Okay, so similar. So the three of you are similar. I've gone live before. I just fell off. Well, TikTok knows that then. TikTok is like, she ain't going live. She needs to go live again. So TikTok knows that. So TikTok said, no ma'am. Let me check real quick. Let me make sure I didn't. Yeah, I clicked you. Yeah. Yeah, it says you have. They said what the message is that you have insufficient play history. That's the way they word it. So you need to go live, and it has a message that you have to go live at least 10 minutes. What happened when you click on the link? Does it open anything or just ping you? You should have when you click that link, you should have the option to click apply. Let me know if that's correct, friends. I think how many I need. Um, let me know if that's correct, anybody in the room. When you click that link, it should be an apply option. Click apply, and then it sends me a notification. Okay, so Marilyn, you said how many I need. Marilyn, you're similar, friend. You just need to go in. When I send the invitation, I haven't sent it yet. When I send the invitation, you'll see you're going to get two things from me. You're correct. Okay, perfect. You're going to get two things from me. You're going to get um, well, you're gonna get an inbox message directly from me that says you need to do the 10-minute live for 10 minutes in the next 7 days. What I would like to tell you is if you could do it sooner. So this is for you, Miss Treetop, Miss Some Sugar, as well as Marilyn. If you do it sooner, like today, I can invite you to the WhatsApp. And on Sunday, I'm having my first um, meeting. You said I'm doing one today. Okay, perfect. I'm having my first meeting with everybody, so I want to invite you to that. I can't invite you if you aren't invited in the agency. And really, really quickly, let me explain that further. I cannot coach people who are not part of my agency. So that's a violation for me. You can't coach people who are not people of the agency. So I can do these and just do general information, but when it comes to like really coaching you and giving you information, I can't do that. So that's why I said I can't invite you to the meeting if you're not part of the agency. So just know if you do that live soon, like today, then I can include you. Okay. And then like today. I see you, Miss Tree Top. You're like, today? Like we do it today, I'll invite you to the WhatsApp, you'll get the notification, you'll get the Zoom link, you'll get all the things that everybody else is gonna get. Because you are gonna be officially invited and included after you do that live. She says she hasn't had any notification yet. Make sure you go back and check it and see what it looks like. I'm not sure what that does. Yeah, maybe go back and resubmit it. Make sure it's in there. Um, Okay, it opens on a phone, but not from my iPad. Oh, okay. So the iPad didn't work for you. Okay, but you're on the phone now. Gotcha. So, so the three of you you're gonna get an inbox notification from me, and then you're gonna get a system notification from TikTok. Okay. So after you do that 10-minute live, there's gonna be a system notification that says a creator network has invited you to join. You want to click accept. So that's why I wanted to make sure I said it. So it's going to be two different things you're going to get, that you're going to get that says system notification as well as Dr. Lisa message telling you to do the 10 minutes. Okay. All right, friends. Let me know. Let me check my friend. Let's see. Did you get She Will? Let me see. She Will, I see you, friend. Let me grab you real quick. Let me grab you. Let's see. I'm gonna see if it accepts. And what I'm doing is it's a 1 year obligation, 1 year contract, and the invite was sent. You were fine. You're sent on this account. She will. So yes, that's so you're all good, friend. So you should get a system notification to go in and accept that invitation. So go to your inbox and see if the notification popped up. Then you have to accept it. Okay. So let me know if there's any other questions. Like I said, the three people I just talked about, I will send you notifications once I get off. And then what you'll get, She Will, and my friend Dr. Trish, I'm going to also send you So stay with me. I'm also sending you a message from me. It'll be in your TikTok inbox, where you have to go to the link to access the where I'm going to get your contact information. So I want you to access the page that is for this. Is what it's going to look like. I'm going to flip my screen. I want you to access the page here. Okay. So you're going to put your contact information. It's going to run through the services that I offer for the Launch Your Income Agency. And then you're going to put your contact information and submit that so I have it. And then you're going to get an email that gives you the access to the WhatsApp. Okay. So you'll get that and you download that. You said the code. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, the code. So yeah, the code for you to join the agency. That's what you should get a system notification for. And so you can accept it. Okay. So Dr. Trish and she will give that. So you're gonna get the message from me after this. And then my other three people, you'll get the notification to do your 10 minutes. Anybody else you want me to check real quick? She need to reinstate WhatsApp. I deleted it. Yes, so you do need to reinstate it. Well, why you delete it? Yes, so you will need to communicate with WhatsApp. And then I'm gonna so that everybody knows, I'm going to also have a school platform. I'm gonna create that throughout the week. You say now you're about to use it, friend. You're gonna use it. So I'm gonna create a school platform too for you guys to go in and look at training videos, other resources. We'll use that as kind of a repository when you really think about it. Like if there's some training you need to go do, and I can say, hey, go watch my video over here. Here's where you can get this information. So that'll be kind of a repository for you as well. Yes, I love school as well. I think it's a good platform. It's very user friendly. It looks very neat and organized too. Yeah, so that's where I'll land with having, because I have videos on my page now. There's some new videos I need to talk about and create. So that's where I'm going to put that information. So people ask about leagues and all those questions. Those are things that you can go to the school account and we'll have some information there for you. You say you so appreciate me. Thank you so much, friend. Hey, this is you. You guys are going to be successful if it's up to me. It's going to be up to you ultimately. But if it's up to me, you're going to be successful because I'm gonna pour into you. I want to make sure you guys are actually getting as much information as possible to be set up for success. Now it's just a matter. It's go time for you. So what you want to do with it? What you gonna say? Now again, I always put that caveat. If you're somebody who's not looking to go live but a couple times a month, then you don't need an agency. There's no point in trying to do those 2 or 3 lives good and don't do any other lives a month because you're not going to maximize. You're not going to see growth. It's going to be a long road for you. So that's why I want to make sure you understand the assignment essentially, so that you can be successful. Um, he said, I'll do the work. I appreciate you. I'm so excited for you, but also very excited for us. There we go. Do you lay out what are your expectations as an agency already of time on your page? Yes. So that is kind of a disclaimer where I said I don't have I strongly, what I put, I didn't say it's a requirement. I strongly encourage you to go live at least 3 days a week for a minimum 1 hour. Now, in a perfect world, you're going 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Not 8 times, but 7. Could be 8 times if you want to go 2 or 3 times a day like I do. You could do that. It's totally up to you. You also could go, ideally I want you to go 90 minutes, 2 hours. So I want you to be a productive live host. I want you to be in this space. TikTok, that's why they have us, because they're like, okay, well, your job is to encourage them to go live. So I'm encouraging y'all to go live. But I want to make sure you're successful too. So, Dr. Lisa, I missed so much today. I have to go listen to your recordings later. You know what? Where are you? You coming back at 4? Trisha, if you're coming back at 4, I can. Obviously, I'm gonna be talking about it at 4. So yeah, you'll be fine, friend. What do you recommend when it comes to how many times going live when you're within an agency? Um, I strongly encourage you to go live at least 3 times a week. Okay, so a minimum of 3 for at least an hour each time. That's what I will sit with that. However, if you want to see success, if you want to see growth, you got to get towards daily. And if you really want to see growth, you got to get towards a couple times a day, or at least a couple times a week that you're going a couple times a day. So just think of it that way. What's going to happen, and I'll tell you this real time, your daily heartbeat, you'll see where that will grow if you're going live more frequently. You'll see where that won't grow or even decline if you're not going live enough. So that's a agency conversation, but just know that's something you want to pay attention to. Yep. So several day for me. There we go. Laura Lynn, um, you says you do you currently you saying you will. Did you sign up, friend? Let me know. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Um, I'm gonna I have to let that go to voice message. Not live through posting. Through posting. Okay, not live, but you're posting. Gotcha. Okay, friend. So you definitely, so if you are interested, anybody, Laura Lynn, let me know. Anybody who just came in, if you want to click the link and apply to the agency, let me know. I'll check while I'm here. I'm gonna get off shortly because it's after 12, so I want to get some work done. I gotta post my we launched video. I gotta post some content, speaking of content that needs to post. Going live some 30 minutes. Oh, okay, look at you. Okay, so you are going live, but you through posting. What does that mean? Let me know what that meant. Okay. But let me know. So I'm gotta post some content. I gotta post that we launched. I gotta go in and get the messages to my people who we just talked about. I gotta message you all. And then see you soon, friend. Okay. And then I got to make sure everybody's good. So let me I'm gonna check, and then if you're wanting to click the link and want me to check on your status, let me know before I leave. And then I will be back at 4. I'm going to still recruit. So I'm going to use this live to do a lot more recruiting. That's the goal, to use this live as a recruiting platform. And then as time goes on, part of it is scouting more people and trying to encourage people. Obviously, I want the agency and people in the agency to be, poster children for, hey, this is what being scared and nervous looks like to being thriving and being successful. That's what I want. So I want to promote you all. I want you guys to feel confident in your ability. And then obviously I want you to get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm doing great. This is a great experience. Coach, are you on the East Coast? I am. I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida, Orlando, Florida. So I'm on the Eastern time zone. Yep. I just did a live and no one could comment. I was told it was on. Oh, you had your subscriber button on. Yeah. How do I change that? I'm not sure how I got there. You clicked it. You just did it inadvertently. You so here's what you did, and people do it all the time. It's just one of those things when you have subscriptions, you don't pay attention to it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you real quick. So I'm gonna actually show you how to change it. I'm gonna come out of my live, and then I'm gonna go to my shop page because I have subscriptions over there. So give me a second. Okay. Okay, so I'm on my subscription page. Okay. I'm gonna do the mirror so you guys can see it. Okay, so I'm on my subscription page. There is, where is it at? Okay. It is, it's flipped over here. This one here. You see right now where it has the circle. Let me go this way, this mirror. You see where it has that circle in it? And it's like the circle with the line through it, meaning not on. I'm going to tap it and you're going to see. I'm going to show you. So right now it's black. It's not on. We're talking about this one right here. See where it's black? I'm going to tap it. You see where it's now a check mark? It actually turned on and said, huh? Now it's a check mark. You apparently went into your chat and somehow you probably just tapped it just to press some buttons and you didn't realize what it did and you activated it. So I just cut it off. Okay, and it just said it's off. So that's essentially what happened. So you got to go into your subscription and uncheck it. Okay. You said yes, $5. You say yes. You're like, that's exactly what I did. Thanks, you're welcome, friend. So that happens without a doubt all the time. Let me say I have to tell the story because I gotta. She's in these TikTok streets. She met with me for a one-on-one, and she said, "Dr. Lisa, I told you guys this story before." She's like, "Dr. Lisa, nobody was in my room chatting with me, and then finally I had somebody chat." Well, it turned out she had all week long she had the subscriber only chat on, and people weren't able to communicate, and then finally someone subscribed and started a conversation. So she said that person had to subscribe to talk to me. I was like, I feel so bad. But yeah, so yeah, that's what has happened. So thank you so much, friends. You're welcome. So just make sure anybody in the room, make sure that is always the circle with the line and not a check mark. Check mark means that it's on and only your subscribers can talk. You do turn that on sometimes. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have on every now and then if you want your subscribers to get some special recognition and engagement during a regular live, not a subscriber only live. So you could turn it on. Just remember to cut it off. Maybe have it on like this is only subscribers. For the next minute, only my subscribers are going to be able to send questions or comment or you know what I'm saying. So you could do that as another way to really activate your room and promote your subscribers. But again, you want to make sure you have a lot of subscribers in the room. Um, Thank you. I won't be able to come back at 4 since I'll do my live then. Okay, that's totally fine. Looking forward to your message and getting on WhatsApp Sunday. All right, friend. Appreciate you. Okay, good morning. How you doing, NK? Yes. Okay. Awesome, awesome, friends. Chuckle too funny. Yes. Oh my gosh. WhatsApp is back on. There we go, friend. We ready. It's go time. It is go time. I can't believe I did that. Still learning. That's it. That is totally it. That's what it's about. Just keep learning, friend. You're gonna learn and you're gonna be successful. Okay. You are gonna be totally fine. And your community is gonna support you, and you're gonna be successful. So let me know if there's any last minute questions before I leave. If you click the link in the corner, that's how you can join the agency. And I'm going to send my notifications to my people who joined today or attempted to join today. And you'll get those notifications shortly. And then I'll be back at 4. We're going to promote some more. I'm going to answer questions. We're going to still do this. Just Fabulous is live. If anyone wants to support after this, thank you so much. Just Fabulous. Anybody else going live too? Just Fabulous is doing her shoppable live. So definitely go over there and support. She has some great stuff that you want to, she deals with fashion and accessories. And she's like in the fashion beauty niche. So definitely if you're looking for some nice sunglasses, some cute outfits, she's somebody you want to go see her live. So just know we are supporting, we are encouraging and uplifting folks. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I'm happy to answer them. I will be back at 4. Let me do my homework. And if you guys have questions, feel free to message me. And then, like I said, we'll continue to do this live where I'm doing some teaching stuff, but just recognize a lot of my lives may be recruiting conversations too. So I want to make sure people are using this as an opportunity to scale the agency, but also thinking about ways I can support some of you as well. I need help to open the TikTok shop. Okay, thanks. You're welcome, friend. Lady Esther, to open the TikTok shop. What you mean? Do you have do you have it yet? You got access and you don't know how to start it? So my agency is not a shop agency. It's for the LIFO side. So let me know. My other account, my Dr. Lisa Shops, I am looking at making that some regular time where I'll go live over there and talk about shop stuff. So that's probably where I'm going to situate it. Yes, they gave me permission. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations, friend. Okay, come back at 4 because I definitely do need to jump off so I can message some people. But come back at 4. I'll dedicate about 10-15 minutes to shop. Okay, so I can do that. So just let me know if you come back at 4. If you come back earlier, that may be better. So I can just quickly go into a shop conversation, and then I'll transition to have a launch day. Okay. So yeah, if you do that, I can support you. 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm on the Eastern time zone. Okay. And then I can answer any questions that you might have with things you might want to consider if you are in fact going to. Okay, will do. If you are in fact going to activate your shop page, there's some things you want to kind of pay attention to. But yeah, I can do that for you. All right. All right, friends. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Happy launch day to you. And y'all take care. See y'all later. Bye bye. Thank you, friends, for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the support. Happy launch day. We'll be back at 4. All right. Bye bye.